Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Gabriella. Today I will be making a drawing using my Derwent Excel blocks, as well as the tinted charcoal pencils that will be shown later in the video. These graphite and charcoal blocks are a great medium, very handy and versatile. They are a very quick medium to work with if you don't have a ton of time to create art. They are also great to practice values and lose the fear of using very dark colors. The graphite blocks are more saturated in color but have similar values, whereas the charcoal blocks offer a greater spectrum in value. The two aren't technically the same medium, one being graphite and the other being charcoal, but they go hand in hand and I always tend to use them together. The paper that I'm using is Hahnemuhle Britannia Matt paper, which I generally really enjoy using. However, looking back, I think it's a little too glossy for this project. It was a bit of a struggle to paint with graphite and charcoal because they had a hard time sticking to the surface because of the heavy surface sizing, but I somehow made it work in the end, and it was a great learning experience. The Derwent Excel blocks I use in three ways normally. I either paint with them only, or use them dry on pastel paper and I basically apply them as chalk pastels, or I combine the two, which is what I'm doing in this video. First, I lay down 2 layers wet, let it dry, and then pick up the blocks and apply them straight on the paper. Here you can see me overdo it quite a bit. Originally, I was going to use the white of the paper for highlights, but I ended up covering too much of the paper. In watercolors, this would be rather hard to fix, but in Excel blocks, it's very easy because they are a very forgiving medium. The charcoal set comes with a white block that easily goes on top of any previous layer, so you can lighten up certain areas without any problem. Yeah, charcoal is fun but very messy, and what you're seeing right now is the messiest part. I wasn't sure where this was going when I reached this stage, but I just kept drawing, just to experiment and also to see what the outcome will be. What gave me faith is knowing how easy it is to fix mistakes with this medium. Also, I prefer to finish everything that I started, because even if it's not the greatest piece of art, I'm still learning from it. Now I'm moving on to the charcoal pencils, and that's going to sort out everything in the end. The Derwent Tinted Charcoal pencils are really lovely. I love working with them. They are much harder than the blocks, and the pencil format allows to add small details, which otherwise would be impossible with the blocks. The charcoal pencils are marketed as water soluble, and I've seen videos here on YouTube where people use them that way. Personally, I have a hard time using them wet. They don't activate as easily as watercolor pencils. For that reason, I choose to use them dry, generally just to add details. It is finally time to remove the tapes, which is always satisfying. Two years ago, I made a very similar piece, and I painted it twice to be exact. One I gifted to my dad, and the other one is in this unfinished Dahlen's sketchbook. I'm looking it up right now, just for comparison. I'm curious to see how my art style has changed. It's pretty interesting how different it looks. This one was only painted. I didn't use the blocks dry. It looks more similar to watercolors. It's also interesting how different the color palette is, even though I used the same limited color selection. Okay, so we've reached the end. Thank you very much for watching this video to the end. See you next time. Take care. Bye.